Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our Osaka adventures. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we are the no-fly zone Nomads. We are a couple of Gen X retired Canadians who are slow traveling the world without stepping foot into an airport. In our last video, we cut it a bit short. Osaka was a lot, and we did a lot of amazing things, and one of them was visiting a teamLab. So we wanted to have a separate video for that. So we didn't want to make that video too long. So you're the viewer in the comments. If you are okay with longer form videos or you like to keep it short and sweet, please let us know. I erred on the side of making the last one a bit shorter so we have some more time to talk about the teamLab experience on this video. So let me know if that works for you. And Andrea, tell us a bit about, introduce the second half of this video on teamLab.
So this is about our last day in Osaka. We didn't do much during the day because we knew we had this event that we had planned to do in the evening. So we went by metro to the Botanical Gardens, and teamLab, which is an audio-visual presentation company, has an installation there. And I had seen information about it and I thought it looked really interesting. So we decided to go and do that. It's in a beautiful park that you have to walk a bit to get to teamLab or to the teamLab installation, but it's a beautiful walk as well. So it's totally worth visiting. You buy your tickets online, and like everything in Japan, it's super organized once you get there. They tell you what to do, what not to do, and we loved it.
Mm-hmm. When you first walk in, it's there's this long sort of open road with these gorgeously lit trees down it, and there's some shots you'll see the full moon again that night. What? Full moon? It was perfect.
Was beautiful.
And I'll forget about it later, but there's places about the visuals. The audio in this experience is that there's speakers everywhere. You can't see them, but each tree is making a different sound or has a different instrument from the orchestra playing through it. It is constantly changing as you're walking anywhere in this environment. So you walk through this row of trees, and then you can sort of see this lovely lake with some lights off in the distance that you'll be getting to. And then you just walk through this forest that is it's on paper, it's colored uplit trees.
With LED lights, that's all it is.
And it's so mind-blowingly well done and constantly changing. And most attractions, you start rushing through them to see them all. This is the one that you just slow right down. There is an app, by the way. We did use it that you can, that takes you on a guided tour. It gives you all the explanations of what's happening here. Visual audio, that's enough for me. I'll see and I'll experience it. So we walk through this forest area, which then brings you into this other area where it's these colored orbs. Mm-hmm. And you see you'll see these photos. They look like jelly beans. They're about 3 feet tall. They're constantly changing colors.
Two parts of it.
As you touch they tell you actually in all signs, please don't abuse, but it's okay to touch the balloons and the some of the structures, because as you touch them, they either make different sounds or they change in colors. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting, and you start seeing these orbs, and they're kind of cool, and the uplit trees, and you start coming around corners, and you realize that there's a couple hundred of these along the path and out into the woods that ones you can't even get to, but you can still see, and they're all in concert with their music and the changing of colors. It is just.
It's really hard to describe.
I've never taken psychedelics, but I imagine this is pretty close to what it is.
Yeah, it was very cool. They went so far into the woods. You would be seeing these things right in front of you, and they were probably about 3 feet tall. And then you'd see them way off in the distance. And then suddenly they would almost like a wave, all go red. And then they would just start randomly changing color. But they were beautiful. They were these just sort of amoeba shaped things, and some of them, almost the way they'd been created, almost had like a glitter on the inside, so some of them would sparkle, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And then you walked past that and you were in this other part of it was a bit of a clearing in the woods. There were still trees around. They were basically, I don't know, some of them were like
balloons.
They were like vinyl egg-shaped balloons that were lit up.
Exercise balls that were between 3 and 10 feet
10
tall.
10 feet tall, yeah.
Again, you'll be seeing lots of the videos.
And you can
right
walk
now.
in between them, and you can push on them, and you can bang on them, and the lights change, and the noises change. It was just fun. Yeah, I think I commented to Keith at one point, you'd have to be dead inside to not think this was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, yeah, it's visually amazing, and the sound was amazing, and you're just sort of, yeah, it's like being a kid. You're just transported into this other peaceful yet exhilarating to look at world.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I just loved it.
The whole thing. And there's a bunch of other, as you continue on through the woods, there's other installations. And the next one, won't go through them all. The next one sort of blew our minds. I was coming around, and it's it's these long ribbons. Again, for our North American viewers here, as you go by a used car lot or something like that, you have those inflatable or a Canadian Tire attention getters, where it's inflatable, and it's that long tube with the guy with the arms, and actually it looks a little bit like me in some ways. You know, and he just keeps inflating and deflating and all those things. So now take one of those, make it about 150 feet tall, about 3 feet around diameter at the base, put colors to it, have about 40 of them, and put music to it. Mm-hmm. And it was just this, again, you stop and you stand there with your jaw open, looking up, and it's
so cool. It's just a tube of plastic.
It's a tube of plastic with a fan and some lights, and it turns into this beautiful art installation that. And thankfully, at this, I can only imagine what this garden looks like in the daytime. It's absolutely stunning. But some smart person thought, you know what, this place would be pretty. Rocking at night. There's benches everywhere, so you just sit and you just enjoy, again, the stars and the full moon and these light. You just again.
And there's a lake there, so there was part of the installation was actually within the lake. So when you're on the other side of the lake, it looks like floating lanterns. Yeah. But then when you get to it, it's just really more sort of colored orbs that are out in the lake, and just beautiful.
At the start of this thing, it was like, you know, it takes the average person maybe an hour to 2 hours to go through it and blah, blah, blah. And so again, you know, you're thinking walking, and you're 57 years old. So where are the bathrooms and how long is this going to take? Like 2.5 hours later, we're still sort of rocking through this place, and it's just time disappears. It's again, hopefully the videos and the shots that you're seeing now do it justice.
We're going to try and do some other teamLab things. Like I think there might be one in Kyoto, and there are 2 in Tokyo.
Yeah, we're hooked though.
And there's one in Singapore.
This is an audio visual
feast.
Feast. It's like Disneyland for the senses. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that was that night. We were very exhausted into that. We like smart grown-ups, we took the train all the way back to the hotel. We were too late to have any free drinks, which was fine. We were drunk on lights and sound. And then the next morning we got up. It was going to be our travel day, off to our next port of call. So we got our bags packed up. We headed out to the main train station. We didn't take the bullet train to Kobe. We're going to get into that in our next video. But just a pro tip as you're leaving Osaka, when you go to the regional train station, get there a bit early. There's a big mall there. There's an amazing food court.
I don't even know. Was it a mall?
I don't know what it was.
It was like a giant 10-story building of food court. It was amazing.
So anyway, when you leave, it's not like you zip to the train station and get to your next destination, because at your next destination, you might not be able to check in yet, right? So, but take advantage of the city. Go. It's not hard. You roll your luggage there, and there are places you can hang out to in and around the train stations.
And even walking everywhere with our luggage. Not that we did a lot of walking with our luggage, but we walked probably 10 minutes or 15 minutes to that station. And the sidewalks here are spectacular. They're flat. The crossings all give you plenty of time. They're all clearly marked. So walking with your luggage isn't even a struggle here.
No. So we did roll our luggage to the station, and this time we didn't take the bullet train. We took the local transit, the train between cities. Took a little bit longer, but super inexpensive and still very, very comfortable. And we then went to the second leg of this journey in Kobe, which is where the next video is going to pick up, which you'll hopefully see shortly. Thanks again for watching this video. Again, let us know in the comments if having shorter forms is something that you would prefer. And to keep up with us on the dailies, we're posting on Facebook and Instagram as regularly as we can. So that's where we're going to see what we're happening in a minute. Anything else that I've missed, Andrea?
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you in the next one.